Hello students, now we start with the next proposition that the union of finite collection of measurable set is measurable. That is, the finite union of measurable set is measurable. So to prove the result we use the steps. As first we show that the union of two measurable set is measurable. So let E1 and E2 be two measurable set, and we have to show that E1 union E2 is also a measurable set. So let A be any set. So first, using the measurability for E1, and then on E2 we have, as E1 is measurable set and A is any set, outer measure of A can be written as outer measure of A intersection E1 plus outer measure of A intersection E1 complement. Also E2 is measurable, and for E2 we consider the arbitrary set as A intersection E1 complement. So we use the measurability of E2 in above definition. So we merge the measurability of E2 in this measurability of E1. So outer measure of A can be written as outer measure of A intersection E1 plus outer measure of A intersection E1 complement intersection with E2 plus A intersection E1 complement intersection with E2. So this is the definition of measurability of E2 for any set A intersection E1 complement. And we know that the set identities that A intersection E1 complement intersection with E2 complement is A intersection E1 union E2 complement, and A intersection E1 union with A intersection E1 complement intersection with E2 equal to A intersection E1 union E2. But we know that the subadditive property holds for outer measure. So we can write outer measure of A intersection E1 plus outer measure of A intersection E1 complement intersection with E2 is always greater equal outer measure of A intersection E1 union E2. And we know that outer measure of A intersection E1 complement intersection with E2 complement is equal to outer measure of A intersection E1 union E2 complement. So this is the simplest result in set. So we can replace this set by A intersection E1 union E2 complement. So using these two inequality in equation star, we can write outer measure of A as equation star gives us that outer measure of A is equal to outer measure of A intersection E1 plus outer measure of A intersection E1 complement intersection with E2 plus outer measure of A intersection E1 complement intersection with E2 complement. So we know the inequality that outer measure of A intersection E1 plus outer measure of A intersection E1 complement intersection with E2 complement is greater equal outer measure of A intersection E1 and E2. So we replace these two term by outer measure of A intersection E1 union E2, and this equality becomes greater equal inequality. So outer measure of A is greater equal outer measure of this term can be replaced by outer measure of A intersection E1 union E2 and plus outer measure of A intersection E1 complement intersection E2 complement is outer measure of A intersection E1 union E2. So we replace this term by this. So using this inequality in equation star, we can say that outer measure of A is greater equal outer measure of A intersection E1 union E2 plus outer measure of A intersection E1 union E2 complement. Also we know that subadditive property holds for outer measure. So reverse way of this inequality always holds, that is outer measure of A is less equal outer measure of A intersection E1 union E2 plus outer measure of A intersection E1 union E2 complement. So from equation A and B, we can directly say that E1 union E2 is measurable. That is, if we consider two measurable set, then their union is also measurable. Now to prove the result that the finite union of measurable set is measurable, so let K varies from 1 to n be any finite collection of measurable set, and we have to show that this union of Ek where K varies from 1 to n is measurable. We use the method of mathematical induction. So by induction, result holds for n equal to 1. Now suppose result holds for n minus 1, that is, if we consider union of n minus 1 measurable set, then this union is measurable, and we have to show that result hold for n, that is, if we consider union of n measurable set, then this union is measurable. So to prove this, we know that union of Ek can be written, where K varies from 1 to n, can be written as union of K varies from 1 to n minus 1 Ek union with En, as En is measurable and this union of n minus 1 measurable set, and we know that by induction hypothesis that the result for n minus 1 is true, result for n minus 1 measurable set is true. So if we consider the union of n minus 1 measurable set, then this union is measurable, this En is measurable. So here we come across the case that the union of two different measurable sets, so as E1 measurable, E2 measurable. In first part of proof we prove that union of two measurable set is measurable. So this union is measurable, and if this union is measurable, then union of ek is measurable. So union of ek is measurable, and hence we prove that the union of measurable set is measurable, but the only finite union is measurable. Now we will see next proposition. So let A be any set and ek, where k varies from 1 to n, be a finite disjoint collection of measurable sets. Then outer measure of A intersection union of ek, where k varies from 1 to n, is equal to sum of outer measure of A intersection ek, where k varies from 1 to n. In particular, if we consider A is equal to union of ek, then outer measure of union of ek, k varies from 1 to n, is equal to sum of outer measure of ek. So here we consider A is equal to outer measure of ek. So intersection with itself is that set itself. So in particular, here we have the case A is equal to union of ek, k varies from 1 to n. So use A is equal to this. In this equation we can say in particular outer measure of union of ek is equal to sum of outer measure of ek. So to see the proof, we use the method of mathematical induction. So the proof proceeds by induction of n. So it is trivially clear that the result holds for n, because we know that in outer measure, properties of outer measure, we prove the result for n equal to 1. So trivially it is clearly we have seen that the result hold for n equal to 1. So assume that result hold for n minus 1. So if result hold for n minus 1, we have to prove result holds for n. So since the collection of ek, k varies from 1 to n, is disjoint, so ek have intersection phi. So A intersection union of ek, k varies from 1 to n, intersection with En. So this is A as it is. This intersection is, here is E1, E2, E1 union, E2 union, E3 union, and up to so on En. If we take its intersection with En, then intersection is En. And A intersection union of ek, k varies from 1 to n, intersection with En complement is A intersection. What is this intersection? This is intersection of n minus 1 ek. So this is A intersection union of ek, k varies from 1 to n minus 1. And hence by measurability of En and induction hypothesis, we can write outer measure of A intersection union of ek, where k varies from 1 to n, as outer measure of A intersection with En and outer measure of A intersection with n minus 1 ek. So this can be written as of this form. First we take A intersection En separate, and then we consider the outer measure of n minus 1 A intersection with n minus 1 ek. So we can write this intersection as of this form, and this is, we know that the result hold for n minus 1. So outer measure of A intersection union of ek, k varies from 1 to n minus 1. It can be written as a sum of k varies from 1 to n minus 1 outer measure of ek, outer measure of A intersection ek. So here is sum of outer measure of n minus 1 intervals, sorry, n minus 1 measurable set, and here is we add some another on one set En measurability. So we can write it as a outer measure of sum of A intersection ek, and hence the proof.